Yes, my dear students, thank you very much for watching Delta TV. We are continuing with our discussion about a quotation. In this quotation, we are going to look at the Greek War of Independence. The first very important aspect is how do you handle your introduction. I want to give you an example. When I'm introducing myself to a village chief, LC1, I'll tell him my name is Ampaji Tone Sawanyana. I am a resident of this place and I'm a law-abiding student or I'm a law-abiding person. When I'm introducing myself to the pastor, I'll tell him, praise God, pastor, I pray from this church and I am a member of the first service. When I'm introducing myself to a priest, Father Jebale, ndi mukristu wano nsaba services soka. Good morning, Reverend Father. I am a member of this church. I pray the first service and I sing in the choir of the first service. That is the Catholic protocol. When I meet my grandfather, I'll tell him, or the clan head, I'll tell him, I am Mpaji Tone Sawanyana, the son of George Mpaji Sawanyana. Therefore, I'm a heir in your, therefore, I am a grandson. So at the end of it all, you are crafting introductions. You are writing introductions on the basis of how you have been prepared. If I meet a student, their concern is question approach, but the examiners are interested in question interpretation. How do you interpret the question? For example, here, I'll say the Greek War of Independence was one of the wars fought between 1821 to 1832. It was part of the Eastern Question Wars. And as a result of this, I'll go ahead and tell them the Greek War of Independence was fought by the Greeks against the Ottoman Turks. It is called the Greek War of Independence because the Greeks desired their independence. Therefore, it is to a greater extent, I'm using the words of the examiner, therefore it is to a greater extent that the Greek War of Independence was primarily a result of nationalism that was growing within the Greeks, arising from the early civilization states of Sparta and Athens. For those who are following Olympics, Olympics began in Sparta and Athens. Therefore, we can say to a greater extent the desire for independence, which is deep nationalism, the desire for independence, which is deep nationalism. I'm using the phrase deep nationalism so as to show you that there is nationalism that is in depth, and that is what we call analysis. We call that what? Analysis. And we are saying that led to the Greek War of Independence. The desire to restore the nationalistic glory. Your teacher gave you the desire to restore the glory of the Greeks. Now you edit it and say the desire to restore the nationalistic glory of the Greeks led to the Greek War of Independence. Then you explain. Then you go ahead and tell us the rise of Greek patriots such as Alexander. He was in favor of seeing Greek independent. You are still showing how the Greek War of Independence was a result of nationalism. The influence of the 1776, the influence of 1776 to 1783, American War of Independence. This one led to the independence of America, and when the Greeks read it, they were very ready to do the same. And that indicates the Greek War of Independence was a result of nationalism. The arrogance of the Sultan made the Greeks to hate being dominated, and therefore they began fighting for their independence. Hence the Greek War of Independence. I'm using what we call evaluation. I'm evaluating the causes. How nationalistic were they? The heavy taxation was also responsible for the outbreak of the Greek War of Independence. The taxation was making the Greeks feel unworth considering what they were working for, so they decided to revolt. Then we have the role of Greek merchants. The Greek merchants wanted to see a glorious what? A glorious Greece. They wanted to see glorious Greece, and this could not be achieved unless they revolted against the Sultani tax. Then on the other side, you go and look at the weakness of the Vienna settlement. The Vienna settlement also neglected nationalism of the Greeks, and that was leading to the Greek War of Independence. Therefore, our other area of conflict is the conclusion. You must conclude. What do we expect in the conclusion? As we mark, we expect